Hi everyone, this is Deborah. Welcome back. This is part 2 of my envelope journal that I'm making with my Tim Holtz papers. I want to make some tags for it, and I wanted to use the same paper, so I'm measuring, and 6 inches is what the tags would need to be by about 3.5 inches. And I'm going to choose if I've got any lights so I can journal on the back of them. So I've got my crocodile out and I'm just going to eyeball. It might be a bit hard to eyeball. I'll measure the centre where I want the thing to go. So it's around about here. Yep. Just punch a hole, and I've got 4 tags here, so I've punched through all 4 of them, and then I'm going to just clip the edges to make them into a tag shape. I'm not measuring, I've just eyeballed that, and I have 4 tags. Now let's see if they fit, because I didn't actually measure if they were going to fit. Oh, look at that, they fit perfectly. And they are ready. And then you can actually use the other side. The back side would be for journaling. And they are ready, so we'll put them in. I'm just making sure that I'm not putting the same papers in as what the envelopes are. And one in here. Might put the brown side in this one. And I've got some tags in there ready to write on. I do have to make a couple more, and I'm just thinking about a closure. What I'm going to do for closure now. I'm going to use my eyelet setter, and I'm going to do a string closure, and I've pulled my string off. Well, this is one lot of string that I own. I haven't actually used this before, but it's really nice string, and it's on this old bobbin. I bought it because I like the bobbin and the colour of the string, but it's actually really thick, lovely string, so I better start using that. I can always get another one if I could ever find them again. And I'm going to mark the centre of this, hopefully. So the book is about 6 1/4, and I'm going to come in 1 inch. So my ruler is 1 inch. I'm using that as the guide on the book, and I'm going to come in 3 1/8. So that's going to be about there where it's going to sit, and I need some pieces to make the actual closure piece. So I've got some of this here. I'm going to use the outsides actually rather than the insides, and this is my 1 inch punch. I'll punch a couple of them. I always think 2 layers is better than 1 layer. And I punch a couple out of the brown as well, because you need one on the back and one on the front. Well, technically no, you don't. Technically you could just glue it on the back, but I think the string closure would be better. And then some glue on each of these, just around the outside, to create a double layer, and then on here as well. And then let's sort of measure. That looks to be about the centre, doesn't it? Yep. And that seems to be about the centre for that one. I'm using 3/16 of an inch eyelet, so I'm using the big hole punch on here, not the little one. Punch that through. And I need to also put a hole in here. So where's that hole I marked earlier? In here. And I have some big brown eyelets. 2 of these. And I'll set this one in the front. Might go with the green, sort of bluey greeny colour in the front for a bit of contrast. Now I need to set it. And hopefully that's worked. Oh yes, look at that. I do have a thing here, so I am going to put another circle over the top of that, just because that's rough on your hands and you don't want to have something that's rough on your hands there. And then I need to measure it on the back and set the back eyelet too. Pencil, about there. And an eyelet, yes, I did put one out earlier, didn't I? And then back here, and let's see if we have as much success with this one. Yeah, you can always feel when it's going to work, I think. You go to push it down, and the days that it won't work, you can just feel that, and the days that it does, it's just perfect. So a couple more circles are needed. Got this strip here I'll use, or actually I'll use what I was using. Those strips might come in handy for something else, and I'm sure I can get a third circle out of here. Yes, I can. And one out of here too. Okay, and then some glue. And I'm going to use that plain side again to stick this down over the top. Now, if I thought about this before I put the cover on, I would have put the eyelet in before I stuck it on so that I wouldn't have this, need this circle. But I didn't think about that because I didn't know what I was going to do. So we'll just move on and create a solution for it then, which is this. And it doesn't look too bad because it's right on the edge of that peak of the envelope. Now I need some string. Probably not very much for this little book. I'll cut more than I need, just to be on the safe side. And then wind that in, I guess determining which is your back and which is your front. And then, like I said, I cut way more than I needed, but I like to err on the side of caution because you can always trim it off. But if you don't cut enough, then you have to cut another piece. So I'm wrapping that quite securely around there because that's going to be the back. And I think this is going to be the front. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, the pages are all up different ways, so I don't think it really matters, does it? Just checking. No, I think this is going to be the front because I like the way the papers are going on there. And then this will be the back, so I'll just wrap that again. The first time you put this in, it is a bit like you have to lift it a little bit. That's just because you've got paper, and rather than, you know, something that's heavier. And you could put something else underneath that to make it rise up a bit, but I'm not going to bother. And there you go. I've got a little journal and I'm really, really happy with that. It's something different, and I think that, I'll trim that off, I think that I might make some more of them because they're ever so cool. Fill them with photos, fill them with journaling, give them away. They'd make a really cool birthday card. If you wanted a birthday card for someone, you could fill it with lots of thoughts of that person and what they mean to you. And then when they undo it, they're going to be really shocked. They're going to go, wow, look at that. So cool. Okay, that's great. So not bad considering it wasn't what I was making today. This is Deborah. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.